Makes water exciting. Better bubbles your way at home. So
Here we go. That's the way we spell success. Andy Safaris, my brother. My brother, my brother. Hi, Jody. Sorry, I'm just getting fired up here and warmed up. And new digs, new hat, new threads. Andy, right there, brother. See that? Just for you tonight. I don't know if it's backwards. No, it should be right way for you. England. It's the best. Come on. Hi, Denise. Neil must be. It's like Christmas. I'm going to talk about it later. It's like Christmas Eve, right? Denise, Neil must be bouncing off the walls there because I know I am. And it's so exciting. It's like literally so exciting that tomorrow, Billy, thanks for watching. Blake, Jeremy's watching. Jeremy, another one. There's another golfer. I did it. You guys are welcome. I called the big man, Premier. He was making a cheesecake. I don't know if you saw his posts or whatever, but he was making cheesecake. And said if it wasn't the Premier of Ontario, he'd own a cheesecake shop. But anyways, he was making cheesecake. I called him up and said, listen, bud, Ford, we got to get these friggin' golf courses open. See, I almost had the effort there. My mom, Nana, Sarge, it was right before the show. I went up. I always go and say hi and bye before these shenanigans happen. And she's like, Gregory Scott, you make sure you do not swear on that show tonight. So I was like, Ma, listen, I'm getting better. I'm trying to, Andy, you make me laugh. I'm trying to talk here. And I just saw your message. I'm doing my mom right now. Come on. You don't need to swear. You do a really good job in entertaining your mates. But listen, it's just quite enough and I can't stand listening to it when you say all that swearing every time, Gregory. I was like, okay, Ma, I said, I promise. I even know, I want to get this to be more real, more professional, and I'm working on it. Thanks, everybody, for joining, man. You're coming in hot and heavy, and I really appreciate that. And I do want to make this bigger and better, and I'm working on it, believe me. I'm working on a bigger platform, a better platform. I did try Instagram, and people came over and watched it. It was fun. I got to interview some friends. I think I did that 2 shows ago. We're on number 18. So anyways, let's start. I've already kind of rambled right into this, but an amazing band, amazing human, actually, Matthew Good. He's been through so much. A massive fan right here. His music has been massively influential to me during my teenage years and adult years, and still is to this day. I literally had a Matt Good day today. I get in days like that. I'll have an Our Lady Peace day. I'll have a Tragically Hip day. I'll have a Pearl Jam day. But I have a lot of Matt Good days. I love Matt Good. And Matt Good today, I just got my package in the mail finally. It was supposed to be 7 shirts, all England jerseys and stuff he's collected over the years. And him and his father used to collect these growing up. And while Matt was growing up and in his teenage and adult years too, him and his dad were huge soccer fans, especially England. And then they branched out from England to Premier League team. They had their favorite, and then they had another. I think it was Barcelona, maybe. Anyways, he was giving away all this stuff for free. Matt Good's dad died recently. Matt didn't want all these jerseys anymore. Bad memories, I don't know. He never really said. He posted them online on Instagram, actually, and was giving them away for free. The only catch was during COVID times and stuff, Matt Good has, oh, hi, Jill. I thought you were way too busy to be tuning into Bondzee's show at 8:30 because it's way too early. That's my agent and program director, everybody, Jill Lutz. Please welcome her. Lucy, thanks for joining. Mike, Tom's watching. So I was talking about Matt Good. So this what I'm wearing right now, England trainer jacket, they call it. We would call it a windbreaker. Full out from Umbro Soccer. Matt Good wore this, and Matt Good fans out there that are listening or will listen to this later, you will recognize this. Matt Good wore this in many, many interviews. I think he warned a video or two. Anyways, I was lucky enough to have a friend who lives close enough to Matt Good in BC. And my friend went to Matthew Good's door, Lee. I won't give his last name just because I don't know his privacy level. But my friend Lee, excuse me, who I had the pleasure to meet in Nicaragua just this past winter, was kind enough to go to Matt Good's house. Didn't have to knock on the door. Matt Good left the package outside, and it contained what was supposed to be seven jerseys. All different kinds. A pullover like this, a white one, and then a few soccer jerseys. And Brendan, there's the biggest soccer fan in the world. So Brendan, you'll appreciate this. Nice little soccer jacket right here. This is courtesy of Matthew Good, an amazing rock and roll Canadian musician star. They just showed up in the mail today. My buddy Lee went and picked them up, BC, last week, mailed them to me today, and I got them today, and I'm so stoked. So I split it with my brother. And Matt was cool enough. He threw in an extra. I have the picture. I'm going to show it in a second here. Actually, why don't I show it now while I'm sitting here ranting and raving about it. I'm going to take the camera and flip it around. Look what I got. So here's what I got. That's what I'm wearing right now. And then we got a white one. So my brother took that. And then we each split a white. And Matt was nice enough to throw in an extra red one. So we got to split a red one each. And then this is the infamous 1986 Euro Cup jersey. It was the only time, one of the only two times? I don't know. I think it was the only time. But this jersey was cursed. England lost in a controversial, there you go, Gregory, use your big words, controversial match in 1986, the Euro Cup. Anyways, Matt Good gave us those, so plus two extra. And then he threw in a personal soccer jersey that Matt Good actually wore, and it has his name on the back, and it says Matthew Good Football Club. It's got a patch on the front. I don't have the picture of it. I'll show it next time, maybe. Andy, I have a curbside pickup tomorrow with Shakespeare's Restaurant. They have 60 orders. Wow-wee. Yeah, I'm going to talk about them later. And actually, speaking of orders and curbside pickup, Andy, yours truly. Yeah, I'm not just a pretty face on Facebook and pulling off these shows for you during quarantine, but I'm actually a worker now, an essential worker. I'm delivering food and necessities to the kind folk of Hamilton, Burlington, Ancaster, Dundas, Ontario. So you're welcome. 14 deliveries yesterday. About 6.5 hours total of work. Maybe even less. 111 bucks take home. Thank you very much. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Something to do. Oh fuck! I got my car back on the road today. I love my car. I haven't got to drive it in like 2 years because I moved to Nicaragua, obviously, and I was torn on selling it. I made my dad and my brother clean the whole thing out because I was going to sell it. It was my baby, but I was going to sell it, and then I just couldn't do it. It's a Chrysler 300. It is maxed out to the nines. I've never had a nicer car. And I just love it, and it's older. It's a 2011. But it was owned by this old couple from Toronto, and all they did was drive it in around Toronto in the summer, hardly, because you don't need to drive in Toronto. And then they would drive it to Florida in the winters. And I took it in when I was working cars, I sold cars for a few years, and I took it in, and it was a steal. It'd never seen a winter until I owned it, and it was just mint. And it was one of those cars. When you're in that business, certain cars roll in. Where if you're in the buy, if you're like, it was a smart buy, and no regrets. It's been my favorite car forever and ever. Heated cup holders, cooled cup holders, air conditioned seats. I mean, this thing's my favorite car. So anyways, I never sold it the whole 2 years, almost 3 years I haven't lived here. My dad drove it a bit. But then the insurance and stuff ran out, so it's just like I kind of just drive it up and down the driveways or around the block one time without getting caught, just to keep it running. And I'm glad I did. I never sold it, and I got to insured it today, put it back on the road. Oh, it drives like a mint. I went out to Caledonia today with me mum, Sergeant Nana, and my dad, my pops. We drove out late this afternoon to Caledonia to Jason Pudwell's house. I see a lot of Hamilton people listening right now. Jason Pudwell, a former high school. Actually, to school with Pudsey since I think grade 6 at Dalewood. But we did Dalewood, Westdale together. But Pudsey's a high school teacher now, a football coach, and Pudsey runs a chip truck, if you will, but it's Pudsey's pulled pork. And but man, if Pudsey's got something down pat, it's his pulled pork. So he was open today in his driveway, out of the trailer, his like pulled pork chip truck, if you will. And me and my dad and my mom drove up, and it was amazing. I had the pulled pork sliders, and I also had the fried chicken breast sliders to die for. If you're bored tomorrow, you want to go for a drive, it's going to be a beautiful day tomorrow. Go out to Pudsey's. He's not going to mind me giving out the address. It is, I made a note of it here. I got so many notes. Pudsey lives at, here it is, right here. 32 Dunrobin Drive in Caledonia. Cross over the bridge, make your second left, and out there somewhere is Dunrobin. It's a beautiful drive. We did it today. We get in the car, the first thing my mom says, and I wasn't driving. I'll be honest, I smoked some 420. I didn't have the greatest day today. Just some stressful stuff with, being a landlord is not always the easiest thing. And I'm not, I'm new at landlording. Well, I guess not new, but I just really, the last tenant I had was pretty decent and awesome. I never had a problem. And then this one, I'm not going to sit here and slam her. That's not what I'm all about. But it's been a day, put it that way, among a couple other things. So I decided to, late this afternoon, I got into a whole bunch of 420 and got into some wine. And so my dad was nice enough to drive. I sat in the front seat and navigated. And my mom was in the back. And the first thing we get in the car, the tunes were just cranked, obviously, because I was just in it driving around. And but pre 420 and wine, because I had to charge my battery. Anyways, we get in the car, the tunes come on, and they're just cranked. You turn that bloody racket down if we're going to take a road trip out to your friend Pudsey's house. I was like, yeah, ma, no worries. So I was like, Dad, watch this. Go on the screen, touch bag, big 8-inch touchscreen. Put all the volume to the front and just crank it up a little more. So she can hear it, but she can't. And then we can just block her out. It was perfect. But I love going on a road trip today with Nana Sergeant Nana, whatever you want to call her. She's been great lately. Actually, I got a kudos to Ma. She's been in a great mood. I'm back working, so she's all happy about that. She's like, oh, my baby's providing for the family. But Mom's been baking up a storm. I haven't even been here to video. Sergeant Nana yesterday baked 3 loaves of banana bread, 2.5 dozen. Oh, I got the name of these cookies right here. They're to die for. She crushes up cherries and almonds, so they're like dust almost, the almonds, and then mixes them together with brown sugar and whatever other floury stuff you use to make these cookies. I'm looking at what they're Bakewell cookies. My God. Look up the recipe if you guys are bakers out there, whatever, or you're bored and want to do some quarantine baking. These Bakewell, what did I say? Bakewell cookies that Sarge makes are to die for. So check those out because I've been slamming them back. And Sarge, last night, she goes on Facebook and slams me for eating them all. Meanwhile, me and Pops have been catching her just chucking them back because she bakes them for us, but she bakes them for herself too because she loves them. So she's not afraid of chucking them back. And my Sarge Nana said she would come down and come on tonight, but I don't know if I'll get her on here or not. I can yell up in a hot second now that we're talking about her, but give me one more second and I'll yell up and see if she'll come down. I highly doubt it, but I got to get her on the show one of these days. It's my goal because Sarge Nana likes to come off as all shy and quiet and stuff, but man, she is shot out of a cannon daily. I mean, there's days she wakes up and you better be wearing a fucking bulletproof vest because she is armed and loaded for bear. And she is just looking to take shots. It is what it is. She's a feisty 70-plus-year-old little firecracker from old England, and she still got it in her. I'll tell you. She said to me today, I'll tell you, that's really funny. She's like, "Oh, you bloody Canadians are all so soft." And I know I'm not going to make Sarge Nana here any friends, but I'm just telling the truth. And she is more Canadian than English, but she still has her accent because she did have some part-time jobs and stuff, but she raised 3 hooligans. And that was more than a part-time job. That was a full-time job. Like literally 24/7. I was an angel. My middle brother was a complete nightmare. And then there was Nick. He started off good. Then in the later years, not so much. But I've always been the consistent angel in the family, as all of you that know me can attest, right? Cheers, everybody. I don't think I've taken a breath yet. Before I continue anymore, and I'm going to remember, I was talking about my mom, but kind of sit back, relax. We've got the Strokes. I haven't played these guys on the show yet. Can you guys hear the tunes? I want to make sure the balance is good. Somebody just give me a shout out. I know, Carrie, thanks for watching. Robin, hey, buds, how are you? Robin Benson he's in Florida right now. Everything will go to get back to Nicaragua? Maybe you can give me a quick shout out on that. I am a mess, Andy. I'm all over the place. But that's me. Like, that's why I'm a radio host, or used to be. But I can do this and not press live video or go live. Excuse me. And feel for 1 second that I'm not going to have anything to say or do. Because I always have something to say. I get it from my mother. She's always got a comment. We drove all the way to Caledonia today. She's just like sitting in the back like the Queen, right? Old Queen Sarge back there. And she's sitting there. Oh, look, oh, blimey, what the bloody hell is he wearing over there? And then you see somebody. Oh, wait, what's that? Oh, I almost knocked my whole fucking computer off the table. Sorry. That's only the second F word I've said in the whole show. And it is 18 minutes in. That's not bad. That's not bad. Anyways, my mom, she's a pisser. Nothing like it. That's the first time I've done a road trip with my parents for that long. It was about round trip from here to Caledonia, Hamilton to Caledonia. It was about an hour and a half. We sat and ate outside of Pudsy's house and enjoyed that delicious meal. So again, if you missed it, if you're just tuning in, Jimmy, thanks for watching. Clay, thanks, brother. Just your looks is a funny show, bro. Yeah, I know. Hey, I never claimed to be a TV star, really, or not a TV star, but I have a face for TV. But I mean, it's not that bad. It could be worse, right? I got a few quarantine pounds going on the old cheeks, and see, I've worked my camera angle now. That nobody has really said anything, but if you noticed, it's higher up, so it films. I've learned the camera angles. Before it was up, and look at that. You know, gobble, gobble. Nobody wants to see old Bondzee's fucking 3-4 gobbly chins dashing about while I trying to entertain you and me and everybody else. Notice I got a new cup tonight too. There's a couple reasons behind this. And number one, and the major reason is, it's got a lid. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's psychological. Maybe, I don't know. But it doesn't make me drink as fast, which is a good thing. Ashley, I love you too. I saw you join, but I was in the middle of a rant. You ignore me when I send you messages, but that's okay. You know, I was trying to have a conversation with you and ask questions, but, you know, you're so busy not working that you couldn't even answer me back, but that's okay. I love you too. And thanks for listening and watching. Anyways, I do not have a face, I think. Well, I kind of do. And it's funny, I have applied, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. I've applied for a job on a TV station, local station, CHH, in Hamilton. It's not for an on-air job immediately. It's a web job, like a social media job, if you will. So what I want to do is start there, and I hope I get the job. I'm looking to get on TV. To be honest, I think I'd be great at it. I can do this. I can pull this off. I've been watching CHCH every morning and every night with my mom and dad. Pops and Sarge Nana, as they've become known on this show now. Pops has always been Pops, but Sarge Nana is a new name. And I haven't lived at home since I was 18, so when I had to move back here because of the whole COVID-19 stuff. Believe me, this is not my first choice of stay, but my house is rented out in Aurelia, my home that I share with my kids. So they're living with their mom. The oldest one already was, and my youngest was living with me when I lived in the country, which hasn't been a lot in the past 3 years. So therefore, my house has been rented out for that long. So I have nowhere to go except here. So I still can't believe it at 46. It's laughable. I had to go and get my insurance renewed today for the car, which I was talking about earlier. Thanks, Leroy, for joining. Anthony's joining now. Anthony, all the way from New Zealand. That guy's a champion right there. If there's not a harder work on the planet, I don't know. That guy's always grinding, and I'm happy to be part of Anthony's team, and I look forward to our future endeavors, bro. I really do. Yeah, man. Thanks, Clay. I appreciate that. I would love to, and one thing I'm working towards is doing a proper show. I'm debating on the days. Here's my thought: Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or like a Monday, Wednesday, maybe Saturday or Sunday, or both. Maybe 3 or 4 shows a week, rotating, depends how it goes, ratings, but I want to do it I don't want to do it alone. I have a super awesome best friend out there, who I've always said for years and years, we worked together. We did a TV show together, in fact. When I was a painter and owned my own painting business for 15 plus years, Mark Caverly from Aurelia owned his own construction company. Mark Caverly got himself a job on network TV. It was the Women's Network, the Women's Channel, or the Women's Network, whatever it's called. This was back in 2009, 2008, 9. Anyways, Mark got hired as the contractor for a show called Save Us From Our House, and we shot 10 episodes. And I was the painter as Mark's contractor. And I think I did 4 or 5 episodes out of the 10. Anyways, Mark is one of the, if not the funniest dudes I've ever met. And I would love to do this with Mark. And I think, I can hold my own. I have notes. I think I'm funny to an extent. And, I can just carry on a conversation. I love talking to you guys. I love just telling you guys what's going on. I've got a million notes here, and I barely touched them yet. Just because once I hit go, it's like a switch on my back. I can't stop talking. And also, pent up in my parents' basement and not really seeing human beings, I pretend like everybody, when I see your name pop up, I just pretend I'm talking to y'all, and we're just all sitting here shooting the shit. I hope you feel the same way, and I think you do, because that's why I keep doing this. I've had so many people reach out. I'm day 53. Episode 18, day 53, live from Dungeons & Dunes Studios in Hamilton, Ontario, in my parents' basement. I can't believe it. And I get people watching constantly. And then after I do the show, it saves on Facebook. People watch it. And people are commenting. I get messages for days from the last live show. And sadly, the comment doesn't time up with what I said on the thing or whatever. So it's hard to understand what people are saying sometimes back. Because I also know that people can't watch this live. Not everybody watches this live in the moment. I watch so many friend shows live on Facebook back the next day when I see them. But I really appreciate everybody's support. And another thing I'm going to get into, and I'm going to end the show with this tonight, is mental health. It's super important. So many people are dying right now because of, and I'm not going to get into this fully, just a quick tidbit. So many people are really struggling right now, me included. The depression, the anxiety, the panic. My mom said today, and I'm not going to make fun of her voice right now because this is serious. I had a shit day today. Actually, there was 2 days ago I couldn't get out of bed, and it was the first time I had a major anxiety freak out here. And my dad came down at one point. I think I heard him come down the stairs. I was either in and out of subconsciousness of sleep or not sleep. But it was one of those days where I felt so mentally horrible that I couldn't get out of bed. Now, this doesn't happen very often anymore, and I'm really thankful for that. It happened a lot more in the past two years leading up to this, 2 or 3 years. They were worse. There was many days where I couldn't get out of bed and function. It literally felt like the blanket across my body was a concrete blanket, and I couldn't move. And I wish this on nobody. And I hope most of my listeners out there, my friends and family and whoever else, doesn't experience this ever, because it is not fucking cool. And it's not fun. It's a horrible feeling. And even to pick up the phone, it feels like your phone, which is my outlet, really. I get a lot of escape from my phone, but there's some days, man, I just hit rock bottom, and I can't get out of bed, and I can't look on my phone or at my phone or ask for help even. It's not an easy thing to do. So anyways, at the end of the show, I'm going to just give a little tidbit more about that. But I guess what I was getting at there real quick was I've had 3 people now reach out to me. 3 that were suicidal. Or I shouldn't say that. I'm not going to mix or miss. Some had thoughts or were there or getting dark or were dark. And it's, they felt comfortable enough to reach out to me. Actually, it's 4 now. I forgot about one more. I got a message today on my voicemail that I just heard, and I haven't got back to him yet, but I will after this show. I'm going to make a note right now. Wait. Call. Anyways, it's always confidential, and I really appreciate those people reaching out to me because it's super special. And all in turn, even though no matter how much they're struggling, they reach out to me and say, well, you can always contact me too and call me. So it's a thing. I know it's not easy to do, but we'll get to that later. I was on a roll, and I don't want to bring it down. Great tune, Tea Party. I remember when I went to broadcasting school. Hold on, I'm going to catch up on some comments here. I know I'm all over the place. I'm shot out of a friggin' cannon today. Ashley, thanks for watching, babes. Anthony, I love you, bro. Shane Fritz is in the house. I love that guy too. Shaner, that guy was a great baseball player, hockey player. Really enjoyed growing up with you, man, in the hood. I drove all around all the old neighborhoods today. In your neighborhood, Safaris's, your old neighborhood, Hosting's old neighborhood, Wally's old neighborhood. So many different hoods around here of the kids that I grew up with. Now I got my car back and I'm living in Hamilton, which I haven't done for 25 years. It's weird being back here and living in my parents' place. We effing miss you, buddy. It's Friday night and nowhere to go. Have fun. Man. Nancy and Sid. Stretchny. I don't know how to say your last name. I'm not even going to attempt it. But Nancy and Sid. I love that your names are Nancy and Sid. And I love you guys so much. These are friends of mine from... oops, I just maybe tilted that. Friends of mine from Nicaragua. You guys are amazing people. You came and supported me from day one with Rojo and then with Parlor. I love you guys, and I'm glad you guys you seem happy there. And I know you're stuck there right now, but I don't think you look at it as being stuck. So I really miss you guys, and thanks for the really nice words. I miss you guys too, and I will get back there soon. And if not, maybe I'll see you in I think you guys are from Edmonton. I can't remember. I can't remember where everybody's from, but I think you are. If not, maybe I'll see you in Edmonton along the way. Maybe if I make my way up into the north someday soon. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Hi, Paula! It's a thing. When I see Paula's name pop up, I can't not say hi to Paula in our special way because we're BFFs. Paula's my neighbor. Was my neighbor in Aurelia for many years. And I love Paula. And her husband Shane, amazing people and amazing friends of mine, and I miss them tremendously. And I look forward to seeing you guys real soon. Bastian, all the way from San Juan del Sur, I love this guy. How's everything going, bud? Everything good? Hi, Paula. And Bastian he's got everything going on there. Dude, you're a rock star. You've got like 10 different things going on in Nick and San Juan, and you're making it happen. So I hope everything's good during these times. Are you still open? I mean, I'll give you a plug if you're open. I think you're open to still get... Sebastian rents surfboards, but he does tours. He sets up beach parties. Listen, after all this is over, every one of my friends, we should all go back to Nicaragua, to San Juan del Sur, and we'll throw the biggest bash. I have so many contacts there. We'll set up the biggest party. We'll get the greatest prices. And Nicaragua's already so cheap anyway. And believe me, the rumors and all that mass media shit of Nicaragua is so dangerous and crazy, and it's not. It's not. It was in times back in the 80s. Then they had a little hiccup with a little political thing in 2018. It cost me my bar, which sucks. I bought a bar. It's no secret now. I bought a bar in 2018 in March, and in 2018 April. 3 weeks later, massive political uprising, and it destroyed tourism there. And the tourism was like this, and it's sad, but it is what it is. You can't. I didn't have a crystal ball, but I made the best of it, and I'm working my ass off there, and I'll get my money back one day, and somehow, and I still had a great time there, and I still continue to. It's my home. It's my second home. It was my first home until recently, until COVID. I made the right decision in coming home, I believe. Just on so many levels, and I'm not going to get into that tonight, but I really do appreciate everybody watching. I'm super stoked. I was talking about adding a co-host, and Mark is the guy. Or I think we're going to take this to YouTube soon, but then stream it from YouTube. It'll be live on YouTube. It'll be live on Instagram, hopefully, and Facebook, all simultaneously. And I want to have a co-host. This is what's going to happen if I'm here for the summer. If I'm not, then we'll see what happens. It'll be this for now. But I really can't thank everybody enough for supporting me. Let's get into some funny or some just good feel. Here's a great feel-good story. I read this amazing article today. This dog in Australia, there's still forest fires going on there, even through this COVID pandemic. I guess fires don't stop because of COVID. There's been this dog in Australia. His name's Bear the dog. It's an Australian Shepherd. And I used to have an Australian sheepdog shepherd. His name was Woody. I got him in Alberta, and I brought him back to Ontario when I was only 21, 22, and I loved Woody. Woody was an Australian Shepherd, and was a great herder dog. Anyways, this dog was abandoned by its family and left to die, and somebody found it. And the person that found it was a dog trainer. And they trained this dog to save koala bears that were trapped in the forest fires. So this dog, to his credit, Bear the dog, actually, I'm going to show a picture of this because he's such a champion. I'm going to take my phone out. I'm going to show you guys a picture of Bear the dog because I'm trying to make this a little more interactive on a minor scale. But here's Bear the dog. This champion right here has saved over 100 lives. He was left for dead. This poor bastard right here was left for dead. Look at how handsome he is. Look at those eyes. Like, who would leave that dog? Like, I'm an animal lover. I have my champ. He's right there. Look at this champ. So I'm in Bondzee Studios, a.k.a. my bedroom. So you just got to look at the love palace that is a love palace that is not a love palace. Because nobody's loving, if you're single and living in your parents' basement, there's no loving during the COVID. Anyways, such a champion of a dog. The guy was left for dead, basically, and disowned by his original owners. And somebody turned him into a pure champion. So what a great feel-good story today. If you're feeling shit and down like I am today, that really brought my spirits up. So 2 thumbs up to Bear the dog. What else I got? So Ontario today, here's a pisser. Ontario announced today where I live. I'm living in Ontario, Canada right now. And the government announced today that they screwed up. Yesterday was a big announcement. Ooh, lowest COVID numbers. They're down. It's a great day. The numbers are finally it's the lowest yet. And then today, it's funny. It's not funny. Like it's actually really, really sad because they announced that all of a sudden, it was a computer glitch. We screwed up. They said it was wrong. So when you make everybody feel good and it's a long weekend as starting today, it was supposed to be Friday, the first long weekend of the. Oh, that was a good one. Sorry, folks. That's Pudsy's pulled pork right. Delicious the second time too. Hold on, let me skip the ads. I still haven't. I haven't made the leap. Now that I'm working, I'm gonna upgrade to. I'm gonna upgrade to YouTube Plus, so I don't have to, or you don't have to listen to commercials with me anymore. Where was I? I was just talking about Ontario. So they messed up and they said it's a computer glitch. Seriously? We're in I'm sorry, Mom, but we're in 20. How in the holy hell can you have a goddamn computer glitch about something so important? Well, why would you announce that, it's the lowest numbers ever, pumping everybody's, tires and making everybody feel great. We're on the decline. We're going to open this weekend. We're going to open golf courses. We're going to open marinas. And I'm all for that under circumstances, safety circumstances, obviously. Because if you can go to a grocery store and you can go to a liquor store and you can go to all those fucking $1 million conglomerate motherfuckers who make money hand over fist, but you can't go to a mom and pop shop, that reeks to high heaven. And we're going to get into that. I'm going to get fired up a little bit in a hot minute about this. But I guess I'm starting to get there because I'm pissed off at that, the whole message today and saying we made a mistake and it was a computer glitch. Do you think I'm buying that for one hot second? Because I'm not. And nobody else should either. How do you fuck up something that important? Every individual, and I don't really watch news. I haven't watched news in forever. And I guess I'm watching it by default because A, I want a job on that station sooner than later. B, my parents watch it religiously and have since I lived here 20, 30 plus years ago. Everybody, thanks for watching. Sarah, Sherry, Kelly. I'm just on a rant here about just the news in general and COVID. How do you screw up telling the country and the province that the numbers are down, and then the next day you recant and go, oh, oops, our computer made a mistake. Well, no, it didn't. No, it didn't. You either did or you got told to say oops, and I'm leaning towards you got told to say oops, because that reeks to high heaven to me. You cannot mess up something that important. And with everything that's going on, the premier announced, Florida announces yesterday, golf courses, marinas and stuff, like I said. And then small businesses are starting to open, which I'm happy for, but I'm also, with everybody else, do you be scared or do you not be scared? Listen, I'll give you the numbers right now. And I pulled this off Canada website today, COVID-19, COVID-20, whatever that website is, COVID in Canada. To date, we have 74,532 confirmed cases in Canada of COVID, okay? Out of those 74,532, 36,747 of them have recovered. Now, sadly, and this breaks my heart, there's been 5,553 deaths. Canada-wide. There's 38 million people almost in Canada, folks. And I'm no mathematician, and I didn't even do the math because I had other notes to look up and stuff. And it doesn't even matter. But the math speaks for itself. I don't have to do the math. It's 0.0000 something that the odds of you and you and you and you and me and you and you and you are going to get COVID. I hope we don't. Maybe one of us are that I know. But listen, to date, and I'm not saying for 1 second that this thing isn't real. What I'm saying is I know one person out of 2,000 plus something friends on Facebook, one person, and I don't even know her well, and she's in Texas, that she said she was confirmed she had COVID-19 virus, and she was sick as hell for 5-6 days. I know it's real, but man, I have just the numbers, the math doesn't add up to me. I've got 1 million friends on Facebook, and nobody has sat here and said over and over and over, oh my God, I lost my mother today. I lost my friend today. I lost my brother today. It's just, I don't know. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not an expert on COVID. I don't want to make the show about COVID. But I'm just confused. And I'm confused by the words that the WHO puts out. I've heard conflicting, I shouldn't even say conflicting reports. I've heard reports that the WHO put out that there is still the steps to take place that we're doing right now. But at the end of their statement that they newly released, and I haven't seen it, so don't take this as facts. And don't take anything I say as facts on here. I just did my research, but that doesn't mean my research is 100% correct. And I'm never going to sit here and say my research and what I say to you on my platform is correct. I'm just doing my research and telling you what I kind of heard or know or believe in. And a little bit about everything. I don't feel like I'm sitting here as a major broadcaster or anything, but I feel I have an audience and listeners, and I'm doing my own research, and I'm watching what you people are saying out there too. I know I've got friends, and Neil's gonna not mind me saying his name, and Vita. There's other people out there, and my brother Ryan, who fully believe that there's a lot more to this than fucking meets the eye, and we should all be concerned, not only for the virus, but for the political bullshit that is being thrown in front of our faces. It's no secret. I'm 46 years old. I've never been told to put on lockdown. My parents are 73 years old. They've never been locked down, even through world wars. The numbers, the death numbers don't add up to us being locked down still to this day. I know this thing's deadly. I know it can spread fast, but just shit doesn't add up 100% to me. So I'm just speaking my truth. You believe as you will. Take for as facts as you want, but don't believe every word I say. I'm not here to make you believe me. I'm here to entertain, and I'm not saying cause controversy, but I'm open to a conversation. I wish I could bring on people here right now, left, right, and center, and I'm working on it. Like I said, to make the show bigger and better, so we can have arguments or good conversations. I wouldn't say arguments. But let's talk. Let's talk. I think we should be scared as Ontarians and Canadians and North Americans. I think bigger and crazier shit is in the works. And I am a little bit worried. I'm not scared. I'm a little bit worried. Because I don't know. And you don't know, and you don't know, and you don't know either. And the government, who can trust the government for one hot, bloody second, quite frankly? Anyways, I'm going to catch up on some messages here. My phone is blowing up. Kevin, thanks for watching. Maria, thanks for watching. Coulter, I love you, bro. Thanks for watching. Man, you must be missing hockey. You know, the kids are done, and it would be baseball and soccer right now. But you're probably busy. Who else can I say hi to? Sharian. I was mixing your first name and your last name together. 336 new cases Monday. They shut down everything when there was 130 a week. Yeah, listen, you can talk about shutdowns and this and that, but it's so funny and disgusting. It's not even funny. I'm fucking pissed off. And I'm going to try to not get pissed off tonight. But I have a problem with since this all started, the only things that have allowed to be open or have been open are major multi-million-dollar corporations. Sorry. Liquor stores, grocery stores. And I know we need those things, but why can't the mom and pop shops of those little things be open too? Why was it only... Sorry, I got a bit of it. It's Pudsy's pulled pork coming. Delicious, by the way. Go check them out. 32 Dunrobin Drive, Pudsy's pulled pork tomorrow, 3 till 8. Tastes even better when you burp it. 3 hours later, 4 hours later. But anyways, it just sucks that the only fucking things that are open are corporations. Corporations? Don't make fun of me for my speech tonight. I get fired up and it affects my speech because I'm pissed. It's not only me that's affected or you and you and you. It's every mom and pop shop. Sue was just watching. Steve's dad had a mom and pop shop back in the day. All these little businesses, the conglomerates can open, no problem. Home Depot can stay open. All the big ones can stay open. But how dare you sell your little trinkets or whatever it was out of your small mom and pop shop and you're trying to make a living, or your smaller little grocery store. That can't happen. It just reeks to fucking high heaven to me. Anyways, now I'm really behind. One of the guys who worked at Rogers around with his brother, of course. Okay, listen, again, Carrie, I'm not saying that people aren't dying. It's just amazing to me that I don't even know, over 3,000 friends on Facebook. And out of those friends, I haven't seen any of their friends say, oh my, people that I know and people that we all know on Facebook, people haven't been flocking and dying by numbers that we all know. Yes, hey, Greg, right now, this just popped up, and I will cancel everything I'm saying. I'm going to give a huge shout out to Doug Godwin right now. You're right. You haven't heard one. And there's a few reasons for that. I did say I came home at Christmas. I missed his funeral by one day, Greg. I tried to get home. My flight was delayed, and I missed the funeral. I landed the morning of the funeral, and I just, from everything, I mean, I landed in shorts and a t-shirt. I couldn't get to the funeral in time. Or the you know, it wasn't a funeral, but you know what I mean, the gathering at the Coldwater Legion. Anyways, that was a really sad time for me. That broke my heart. Doug Godwin was a true brother to me. He was one of the first guys when I left my hometown of Hamilton. I'm going to tell the story. We got time. I got some wine, and I'm going to give a shout out to Doug right now. Doug Godwin was an amazing friend, a boss to me at one time, and just an outright amazing father, husband, son, brother to his family. And suddenly, late 2019, mid summer, I guess summer 2019, Doug got diagnosed with cancer, and he hid it from us all, except his family. And 5 months later, Doug died, and I didn't even know that he was sick. And I saw Doug when I was home. Thankfully, the last time I was home from Nicaragua, I saw Dougie in early 2019. No, it wasn't early. It was when I was home. I was home in 2019 for May and June, and I got to see Doug, and I'm thankful. I'm thankful to this day that I got to see him, because it was the last time I saw him. I hopped on a plane a week later, and then when I was down there a week before Christmas, I found out he died. And so I wasn't even coming home. I had no plans to come home. And somebody very special to me, Leslie Cook, flew me home. And under her friend worked for WestJet. And I'm thankful to this day I got to come home. I did miss the funeral. Things didn't work out. But I was there in spirit. And I was flying home to get there. And I did my best. And rest in peace, Dougie. Man, it was pancreatic cancer. And it took him just like that. Beautiful wife, 2 kids. Awesome mother and father who are still alive and were friends. And anyways, so that's my shout out to Dougie Godwin. And all of you that are watching who know him, you know how awesome he was. And I'm not going to talk about it anymore because I'm going to start to cry. So I love you, Dougie. Rest in peace. And I'll see you up there one day, brother. And we'll play some hockey again. Anyways, thanks, Greg Coulter. He was my he was my coworker at Brinks, where Dougie was my boss, and Dougie got me into Brinks, and I'm super thankful for that. So thanks, Colt. And we're gonna move on now. Kyle, thanks for watching, brother. I love you, Colt. Yamalith is watching. Kate's watching now. Jackie. Hey, Jackie, how are you? Jackie, you're having a great time. I see you ripping around on your side-by-side. Tamer, what's up, brother? Okay, let's get back in the show. That was Glorious Sons. I play at least a different Glorious Sons song every show. I love these guys. They're amazing. Yeah, Nick is a big one too. Carrie, I never knew Nick. I know he went to Westdale. I can't remember his last name right now. Maybe you can throw me a shot there. But I have seen, is it Cali? I don't want, it starts with a C. Anyways, he was, what Carrie's just saying, for people that can see the message back, there was a guy that went to our high school. Let's twist my back. He had a great career. He was on Broadway and stuff, and then he moved his family to LA, and he was just getting started down there, and then the dude got COVID and ended up in a coma for some 60 plus days. Anyways, during the coma, due to complications, he lost his leg. I don't even think he knows to this day, right, Gary? That he lost his leg? Cordero, thank you. Anyways, it's super, super sad. The wife has been on literally our hometown station every day, CHCH. Start like begging him to wake up and singing him. It's been really sad to follow and watch, but the dude finally woke up. So I'm really happy about that too. Nick Cordero. he made it. He went to Westdale, and he was a Broadway star and a great actor. I guess everything. Anyways, I'm thankful he survived. I can't believe that. He had to have a tracheotomy at one point. So I think his singing days are over. His dancing days are over. But maybe it's his wife is, man. She's a bubble of joy, isn't she, Carrie? Holy mackerel. She has just supported him since day one and still loves him with the utmost. And they have a little daughter. I think a little daughter. Anyways, it's sad. This thing is, it is real. But, again, it is real and it's sad. But it's not, again, I'm not going to go there. Anyways, it's really sad about Nick. Let's go. Golf tomorrow. I can't wait. It's Christmas Eve for me, quite frankly. I'm golfing tomorrow. I don't care if it's 9 holes, it's 18 holes. I don't have a tee time. I had to work all day yesterday when Ford announced that the golf courses would open, and then the tee times went and that's fine. I might not be able to play 18 tomorrow. I'm still working on it. I have a couple connections here, but if I don't, I will play tomorrow at some point. Whether it's 18 or not, it's no big deal. I can't play Sunday, can't play Monday, can't play Tuesday because of rain and work. So I'm stoked tomorrow. So tomorrow, where I'm from, it's going to be 18 to 20, sunny, no rain. I just want to get out and golf. Yeah, I haven't golfed since I think last time I golfed was with Ty, my buddy Tywad in Nicaragua. Excuse me. And that golf round turned into leg surgery for me. Not full surgery. I shouldn't say like leg surgery, but leg. I had to have this. I smashed my leg off the cart on the 18th green, getting into the cart. I was being all funny and trying to slide in like a fucking champion, and I smashed my shin off the cart, kind of the entrance thing. And anyways, I had this welt on it, and it was like this thick off my leg, and it didn't go away for like 2 weeks. Anyways, it was just poison building in there. And it felt like it was broken. I couldn't walk on it. So I went and got it x-rayed in Nicaragua, and they said it wasn't broken, but I need to have my leg sliced open. And I filmed it, actually, and it's on Instagram. You can see it on Instagram, and I think it went to Facebook, too. You can see that the surgeons literally just cleaned it up, sliced my leg open about that much, about 2 inches, inch and a half, and just squeezed, and all this fucking disgusting goo shit came flying out. But that's the last time I golfed was I think it was end of September. Or right around my birthday. Anyway, so I'm dying. And so today's Christmas for me. Christmas Eve, I should say. I'm going golfing tomorrow. Leo, thanks for joining. Buddy, I hope everything's going well with the curbside pickup. Andy was saying earlier that it was kicking ass. Obviously, has to be from me plugging it on Facebook on my shows, as well as I know my buddy Malaka Andy has been plugging it huge. And if you need any help, let me know. I'm working for DoorDasher now. So if you guys should sign up for them if you haven't. Great company. And I've made a killing, and they do everything tickety-boo and smooth, so check them out. But for everybody listening, Shakespeare's, Hamilton, Ontario. If you have not had the experience of a Shakespeare's meal, and who knows when we could go and sit in Shakespeare's again, or any restaurant for that matter, but they're doing curbside pickup by popular demand. It started Thursday, right, Leo? Thursday. You got to order a day in advance, if I'm correct. There's a phone number. I don't have it in front of me. It's on my old paperwork, and I didn't write it down. But look it up, or maybe Leo can post it on here. Sorry, I got to... Oh, there we go. Music's back. I love this tune. This kid, this Billie Eilish is blowing up. Anyways, I'm going to get back to Leo. Shakespeare's. Curbside pickup, amazing steak, amazing lobster, amazing Caesar salad, amazing chicken parm. Everybody I've seen, they're blowing up. They're blowing up huge. So support them. Leo, Christina, the family. They're all doing the best they can to take care of you guys. Oh, so here it is. Here's the phone number, 905-528-0689. Call that number, 905-528-0689. 0689. That's one way to pre-order. Or you can email them, right, Leo? And I'm going to try and do this off memory. I know you made a new email. It's Shakespeare's Curbside at, help me out here. Andy says you can also buy seasoned steaks off them and grill them at home. Excellent. Thanks, Andy. And one thing I remember, too, is you can also buy fine wines at 30% off the fine wine bottles of wine that they're selling there, too. So kudos to Shakespeare's. That place is amazing. And so go support them and get some curbside pickup or delivery. Yeah. Hey, Andy, I have many sex lines for many different people. So don't you worry. You mind your business, as they say. Don't discriminate. And I don't discriminate against anybody, nor should you. Here we go. Shakes curbside at gmail.com. Thank you, Leo. Guys on the ball. So one more time for Shakespeare's curbside pickup, you got to order it a day in advance. So if you want Shakespeare's tomorrow, order it. Can you order it now? Maybe not. But if you want it Sunday, here's what you do. Dial 905-528-0689. I think during operation hours the next day. But email them at any time. Shakescurbside at gmail.com. Yes, get after it. Love you, Leo. Love you, Christina. Love your family. And love that restaurant. So good luck to you guys. And all the best. It's tough times. So I'm glad I'm glad the demand is out there for you guys. And not only you guys, everybody out there. Where I live, I'm right at in the West End where Leo and Christina, we all grew up together. West End Diner's killing it. Their takeout orders are amazing. I know Tally Ho is still killing it daily. And yeah, Leo, thank you. Open Thursday to Saturday only for Shakespeare's curbside pickup. So don't forget that. Thursday to Saturday only. What else? West End Diner, Tally Ho, and one more. Thirsty Cactus, right at the bottom of the hill in Dundas, right at the where the end of the street. You can't turn anymore. Thirsty Cactus right there. Go support Pete Metropolis. That guy's an amazing chef. He's the head chef there. He's still making killer meals, and go get after it. So thanks to everybody that supports your local businesses, and thanks to all the local businesses that can stay open and have been open during this time. I love you guys. Leo says people can call tomorrow and say that they're friends of you, Greg, and I'll take their last minute order for tomorrow. Okay, perfect. There you go, folks. Tomorrow, call early in the morning or email Leo. If you call tomorrow morning, you can get your order in for tomorrow night. Only because you're a friend of me, and you have to say you're a friend of Greg, and you'll get that tomorrow night. So that's super cool of you to do, Leo. And I'll continue to give you shout-outs on the show every single time because I love you guys, and I love your business. So, and everybody should go support you guys. Let's support the locals. It's what it's all about, right? Love one another, take care of one another. That's what Gordy said. Rest in peace, Gord Downey. And that's what we should do as Canadians. We're all Canadians. We all take care of one another. Where are we at? Mod Sun. For you guys who don't know, like, new music, I know we're getting older, and a lot of my friends here, I'm just talking to Leo and Andy here and stuff. Mod Sun, amazing new artist. He's not even so new anymore. Check his stuff out. This is a cool little tune. It's called 1970. My son's a huge fan. They just saw him live in Detroit. I think my sons were, I think I mentioned this way earlier in my first few shows. My sons were one of the last few dudes to go to a concert. I think it was March 13th or 14th that they saw Mod Sun. And then the next day, like, the world was canceled in North America. So kudos to them. I'm trying to keep up messages here. Leo, no problem, brother. Anytime. My pleasure. And yeah, Andy, get after it tomorrow. You better be delivering like a champion for those dudes. And you'll see your favorite Malacca. Sadly, you'll probably have his stupid Habs flags flying off his car while he's delivering. Don't hold it against him or against Shakespeare's. We're just trying to help out the unfortunate too, the unfortunate Hab fans out there. And if you do see Andy's car pull up to your house, get one of your kids to run out and rip the stupid Habs flags off his car and throw them in the garbage. I condone that. I 100% condone that. And Andy can't get mad at you. Just tell him you know Greg Bond. That'll help too. So here's I don't want to jinx this because I'm on a huge roll here. I was getting booted off, and for the long-term listeners here, and the guys that watch every night, like, and you're all here, I love you all. But I used to get booted off. Remember, every show I did, I would get booted off because I played the wrong song that I didn't have copyrights for, or I said something that Facebook they couldn't fact check immediately. So what they would do is just boot me off. And anyways, upon further research on my own, I found out how to beat the system. And it's worked. I didn't find out, actually. Somebody had mentioned something. And I did do research and I figured it out. You go to block in settings on Facebook, block, go to search and block and type fact checkers and just delete every one of those motherfuckers because they're all watching you. Leo, they're watching you. Jackson, they're watching you. Andy, they're definitely watching you. And they watch every post you make, and that's where your advertising comes from. Facebook is listening and watching you constantly. So what I've done is I've went on block, fact checker, and blocked every one of them. At first, it was about 100 and something I did. And then I do it about once a week now or before every show. And I get about 4 or 5 before every show. And I block them. And I've never been booted off since. So kudos to me for figuring out how to not get booted off Facebook anymore. And I've played the songs that I've got booted off for before. And I test them. And I've proved that it works. So believe me. Leo, do it. Tell him he has to have a Leafs flag hanging from his car for the deliveries tomorrow, or he does it for free, or he has to pay you. Well, whatever you're doing, Andy, we need no Montreal flags are allowed, or you're gonna get charged double. Leo, I think you should get charged double, or some special sauce. Only in Andy's food, not his wife's. I joke. They would never do that at that establishment. Only for Andy. I joke. Okay, so anyways, I'm glad I beat the Facebook bots. That's a real thing, folks. I figured it out. I have not been booted off in so long. And I used to get booted off 3 or 4 times a night. So I'm super proud of that. I figured out a way to say a kind of a double gun salute to the old bots and Zuckerberg's little faggots. Sorry, I'll take that back. I hate using that word. That slipped out. Zuckerberg gets me fired up. Zuckerberg's little bots, idiots. We'll use that word, idiots, instead. Sorry, that was a slip of the tongue. I don't like that word anymore. Not that I ever really did, but I'm just saying it was a slip of the tongue. So what else? What else have I got? So speaking of golf, I'm going golfing tomorrow. I can't wait. Yeah, laugh it up, Andy. Daryl Ralph, thanks for watching, brother. Tomorrow, I'm teeing it up on the golf course. I can't wait. And then, speaking of sports, I watched the UFC last Sunday and Wednesday. UFC doesn't really tickle my feather. Sorry. Golf does. It's sad. I'd rather not watch guys beat each other up. I'd rather watch golf. Golf is way more exciting to me. And it is what it is. And I can't wait to golf tomorrow. And then Sunday, for the first time, and I can't remember how long, we've got Rory McIlroy, Dustin Johnson, Ricky Fowler, and Matt Wolff teeing it up against each other at 2 p.m. Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern. And they're gonna play against each other, skins game, if you will. And so much money is being donated to charity, all for COVID for kids. Kids who are suffering right now. Kids are suffering the most. Not only, because so many kids went to school and relied on the food programs. So now they're not getting fed. And then there's the kids that, not only school programs, but that are just like hungry in general, who don't get fed, period. And these kids need to get fed or they're going to die. It's not only COVID that'll kill them, it's starvation. So I'm super on board with what these guys are doing. Justin Bieber and a bunch of Canadians already did the Lean On Me song. all the proceeds went to help feed kids in Canada and stuff for COVID. And then there's, there's been a lot of things that the celebrities are doing around North America to help get these kids get fed. And not only fed, but get them to safety too, in some aspect, because sadly, domestic violence is up, wife abuse, and I'm sure there's husband's abuse out there. Let's not kid her. There's some crazy ass wives out there. And I know I'm not even joking or making a joke. Husbands beat wives, but there's wives that beat husbands, and sadly, there's kids that are caught in the middle and they get beat too. And kids are innocent and don't deserve the shit. So let's just support good causes. Just watch on Sunday. I mean, even us watching shows numbers, which will help raise money for getting these kids fed that need it way more than we do. And even, there might be a pop-up on the screen. If there is, maybe, just donate $5 or $2. I mean, any penny helps, to help get these kids fed. I think that's number one and most important. This is the last song before I'm going to end this tonight. I thank everybody for watching. A couple shout outs. I want happy belated Caesar Day. Yesterday was in Canada it's our national drink. And I know it was a huge thing. Sadly, it wasn't a huge thing at every single bar across Canada, which it should have been. But I saw a lot of cool videos of people celebrating National Caesar Day yesterday. Is there anything better than a Caesar? Especially Sundays. I don't know. I guess we made it that way. But Caesar Sundays are amazing. But man, having a little bit of a spicy Caesar when you wake up in the morning. Not every morning. But, some days they're just damn delicious, aren't they? So happy National Caesar Day to Canada. And it was celebrated around the world because we live around the world as Canadians. We live everywhere. I know my buddy, Chuchetto, he had the most amazing Caesars available yesterday. All the sliders and everything. So good on him. Anyways, let's go. What else have I got? Going to the doctor. Look, I asked my parents. My family doctor's up in Aurelia. And no offense to him, but he's about 90 now. And I'm just probably done with him. He's been a great help, throughout my early life. But now I'm back and living in Hamilton for a while, and I need to go see a doctor. I just don't feel super awesome. I don't know if it's food, booze, mixture of both. But I some days when I don't drink and then I eat certain foods and I literally feel like death. I spend hours in the bathroom. I'm just puking, everything. And it's no bueno. So I really want to, I need to go to a doctor and figure out what's going on. So that's coming up soon. I just want to feel better. I've been eating way healthier here. I've been on a paleo kind of eating lifestyle, if you will, trying to stay away from the fucking, but then my mom and Sarge Nan up there keeps making banana bread every 2 minutes and these amazing cookies. Like, how is one supposed to stay healthy and skinny when your mom's an amazing baker and makes all this awesome stuff? Anyways, I just don't feel good lately. I've cut back on booze. I've cut back on no dairy anymore whatsoever. Dairy has just ripped my guts apart. And I'm just learning every day. I'm kind of making a mental note and not even, I'm writing down what I'm eating and how I'm feeling. And, I need to get better. I'm not feeling so hot right now. Thanks, Todd, for watching. Trevor, Daryl, again. Actually, we got, this is the Hip live. This is one of my favorite live hip albums ever. He was trying to convince him that it was making a sound. The Luxury. Such a great tune. Underrated tune by the Hip. Underplayed, underrated. Great tune. It's the last song before the goodbye song. So I'll finish up here real quick. I'll fly through some notes I got. Anyways, yeah, the doctor. That's coming up. I'm going to go get some blood work done and see how I'm feeling and see what's going on. And I'm totally watching my diet. Definitely this past 7 to 10 days. And shit is just not jiving. I definitely can't eat. It seems like I can't, anything processed, Not even a chance. Kraft Dinner, my favorite thing in the world. Even with lactose pills, not even a chance. Makes me deathly ill the next day. So that's that. Anyways, enough about my dietary and health problems. My dog, who's got a growth, he's had this crazy growth on his paw for about 2 months now, 8 to 10 weeks. And anyways, we finally found out, we haven't figured it out 100%, but we've been putting these drops on this infection or this growth, which it was all red and pussy and gross. But with these drops, the pills didn't help. Creams didn't help, topical creams. So it was definitely a growth. And this magical drops, this veterinarian gave us recently, we're on about 7 days now, and it has gone from about the size of a nickel, and now it's literally the size of a thumbtack head. You know, the round one. So it's almost closed up. And so what the vet thinks is, as soon as it closes up fully, it'll just dry out and fall off like poof magic. I don't know. Anyways, I hope it's not cancer. I love the guy to death. He's 11. So he's getting up there. So it could be, we're still on pins and needles. But anyways, shout out to my dog. I love him to death. And speaking of shout outs, I don't know if Phil's watching. He's a big fan. He usually watches. If he doesn't watch live, he'll watch it later. His dog just died yesterday. Or he didn't die. They had to put him down. It's a horrible decision. And, you know, pets are family. So shout out to you, Phil. Sorry. Prayers for your family and your kids. I know what a dog means. And I couldn't imagine losing Tucker. He's like I have 2 boys. And Tucker's my 3rd boy. He's a son to me. So I understand. So rest in peace to your dog, and kudos or condolences. Sorry, condolences to your dog. It's sad. Christina, we love you. Your business is the best. We love you, of course. We nothing but support for friends and family and long-term friends, of course. So yeah, support Shakespeare's. Go get after it. Drop my name tomorrow morning. Call Leo. I gave the number. And the email is, I'm gonna fly back here. I'll give it one more time because Christina just joined. It's phone number to call Leo or Christina tomorrow morning. Whoever answers this number, 905-528-0689. Pre-order tomorrow morning if you want a delicious steak and lobster, maybe tomorrow night for dinner. Saturday night, treat your lady to a nice bottle of wine, 30% off. And some steak and lobster, maybe some crab legs, garlic bread, chicken parm. Just get after it at Shakespeare's. Go online, check out their menu, or Facebook. Check out what they got going on for the COVID pickup delivery thing. But good on you guys. 905-528-0689, or email Leo at Shakes, SHAKES, and curbside. So Shakes Curbside at gmail.com. And they'll take care of you. Drop my name tomorrow, Leo said, tomorrow morning, and they'll make sure they'll squeeze you in for tomorrow night. But if you miss that, still order tomorrow for Sunday, because you can still take care of your lady on Sunday and watch golf, watch Ricky and the boys play golf Sunday, and treat your lovely significant other or your family to a sweet-ass meal. Anyways, this is it. I'm saying goodbye. This is Glorious Sons. I love these guys. I love them to death. They're my new favorite band from Kingston, Ontario, Canada. This is called Thank You for Saying Goodbye. And thank you for saying goodbye to me. Thank you for watching the show, as always. Number 18 in the books. I love all y'all. Christina, Andy, Leo, Kevin just joined us, but we're leaving soon. But anybody, Phil, everybody I missed tonight because I can't fly through every name here. But I love you all. I love the support. I'm going to keep doing this for now. It keeps me sane, keeps me happy. It keeps you guys entertained from what the feedback I'm getting. So I love it. Done already. Andy, I've been at this for an hour and 15 minutes. you know, sometimes I go more, or I take a break, I go pish, and I come back. If you guys want me to stay, tell me to stay. I know there's a bunch of people watching. I just get a little nervous that you guys don't want me on here the whole time or take up too much of your time. I still have more things to say. I'm willing, if I get a few people to say I'll stay for a few more songs. I do have a bit more wine and stuff left. It's early, 9:46. We could go longer if you want. But before I do, a couple things. In case thanks, Andy. I love you, bro. And I love Christina and Leo and all you guys have done and the friendships over the years that we've had and still have. For saying goodbye. I really do want to thank everybody for the continued support. These shows have been pretty awesome to me. I know we've had ups and downs. This is number 18. They're not all going to be fucking bangers. But I think we've had pretty good times. I started out a lot with the puppets and stuff in the background. You know, the gimmicky thing was fun. It actually got me the most ratings, especially my first night when I got super smashed. And I went on for it was 30, I'll never forget it actually, because my dad will never let me forget it. I went 37 minutes live and I had no right being on Facebook Live. I was fucking gunnered. I was so hammered and my dad was upset. Anyways, that's what started this whole thing. And I've tried to dial it down every episode and make it more real. And I'm going to make it more real. Tonight I included some pictures, but I want to include videos. Anyways, it's coming soon if I get to stay in this town, which looks like I'm going to be here for a while, according to the government, according to everything that's going on. So let's make this bigger and better, and I hope you all join me and continue to join me. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for saying goodbye. I'll stay on for another hot minute, maybe. I'm not nervous. Andy, do I ever look nervous or get nervous around you? I wish I could bring people on right now. That's my number one goal, is to work towards getting people on this show and making it more interactive. Because I don't shut the fuck up and I can get carried away and I miss so many comments. I look back after the show or the next day and I miss so many things. It's unbelievable. I think I'm looking at the screen a lot, but I'm not. I guess when I just get talking and I don't even notice it, I just get rambling and I look everywhere around the room. I look at my notes below me. Andy, I said below me. I didn't mean below me, Andy. I said below me, just so we're crystal clear there, Malacca. I don't need... Just trying to keep it real and make you all laugh. And I hope you're all laughing with me during the show. I know it's not all funny. I get serious sometimes. I'm just keeping the show real. That's what I think. That's why I still have listeners, and I have people texting me and calling me and asking me to continue to the shows. When are you on next? When are you doing your next one? And that makes me feel awesome. I'm glad I can entertain you. It entertains me. I didn't even block Sergeant Nana tonight because I promised her I would hardly drop any F-bombs. And I think for all my long-term listeners out there, and I know a lot of yours all listen, I've hardly said the F word tonight, right? I think this is the best I've done, right? So I'm trying to keep it more, well, not chill, but like, or just not, I don't need to say the F word as much as I've been doing. When I drink, and I'm not sober, I'm not going to lie, but I'm not shit-faced. But you know what I will do right now? Let's have a cheers to Leo and Christina and Carrie and everybody that's listened and supported me. We're on number 18. And I got some Spumante Bambino. And I'm going to do a cheers to everybody on episode 18. And thanks for supporting me. Thanks for listening to me. I'm going to make this shit bigger and better. And let's get after it. I have more to say. And you can't shut me up. And I thought my post today was pretty funny. I didn't do my regular, just post of this background in my studio, aka my bedroom, aka my parents' basement dungeon. But it was funny to just play around with some funny memes today and scratch out the bottom line and add my own thing in. I thought it was pretty funny. Anyways, cheers to all y'all. Let's have a toast. I love everybody. I love all my old high school friends and all my childhood friends. I love you. Oh, and holy fuck, Nana. I was just gonna say sorry to Nana, Sarge Nana, for stealing this out of the fridge, because I kind of did. But I think I just did him a fucking favor because it tastes like vinegar. I'm not sure when this is, how long that's been in there. But I can tell you right now, holy shit balls, that was disgusting. Fuck, we'll save that for an emergency later. That was purely disgusting. Oh well, it is what it is. That's what you get for stealing 14-year-old champagne out of your parents' fridge. Oh well, it is what it is, right? But yeah, hey, listen, Leo, you said Malacca should be your first interview. That dude, I tried to get him on the other night on Instagram. I went Instagram live and I did a ton of interviews with 4, 5, 6, 7 friends at least. And I tried the whole time to get Captain Malacca on, aka worst Habs fan ever. I joke, Andy. But the guy, he's the only one, and it just figures, a typical Hab fan, probably had dildo so far up his ass. He didn't know how to operate Instagram Live. And Andy was the only one I couldn't bring on. Maybe it was a blessing in disguise. Once people found out he was a Habs fan, my ratings would have dropped to 0. Anyways, again, Chris Cornell, I heard a great... sorry, guys. I heard a great thing about Chris Cornell yesterday. It wasn't that anybody was talking about a certain thing Chris had did. The dude was just saying, oh, see, that had caught my flicker pen in mid-drop. Chris Cornell, is there a guy that has a better voice on the planet? I mean, maybe Axl Rose back in the prime Axl Rose days when he was killing it in Guns N' Roses. He could run around the stage and still sound like Axl Rose. And I think Axl still has a great voice, but it's not the Axl of old. But Chris Cornell, pre-dying, and he did not commit suicide. He was murdered. I think he has one of the most amazing rock and roll voices ever. And I think one of these days, I've kind of done a show. I'm a music guy. That's how I got started in this industry. I had my own radio show, and all I got to talk about was really music. And then, you throw the odd tidbit in. I'm more of a tidbit guy now and telling stories and entertaining, but I love talking music. And I think one of these next shows coming up, maybe I'll make it number 19 next week. I'm going to take the long weekend off. I'm going to golf. I'm going to work. So we'll do 19 next week. Maybe I'll make it all about music. There's going to be no fucking funny story. It's not that there won't be funny stories. I want to make a full music show. And talk about my knowledge of music. I want to play a lot of hip. I want to play a lot of cool tunes. I want to talk about music. Old music, new music, and everything in between. I want to do a full music show. So I'm going to do that next, I think, for 19. And then 20, maybe we'll do something big for 20. We'll get something crazy. Maybe by 20, I'll have my guest, I hope a full-time co-host, in Mark Caverly from Aurelia. I'd love to do a show with that guy. I think we could make... I would think we would do 2 hours with music, entertainment, videos, and just our banter. I mean, the stories that me and him have over 20 plus years of friendship too, and working together for most of those 20 years on job sites. Mark I think I'd like to think I'm funny. I'm not sitting here and claiming I'm a wicked funny comedian or anything. Mark Caverly is one of the funniest dudes I've ever met and had the pleasure of being a great friend with. So, stick around. I'm going to make a shout out to him. And if not Mark, maybe somebody else. I got a couple other guys. Danny Walters is another dude that I would love to do a radio show with. And Danny Walters is a dude that is 100% on all of the time. It doesn't take any effort either. And I love that in people. There's just guys that don't even have to try to be funny. They're just funny. And anyway, so I want to, that's the guys you team up with and do good work with and do good shows. And I think I'm not super funny, but I think I'm I can drive a show. I can drive, I think I can steer things in the right direction to make this even bigger and better instead of my stupid face and voice rambling on, incessantly, night after night. So, let's try and make the show bigger and better. We'll see what, the future holds for next week and where we can take this. I'm going to skip the song because this song was played on the end of my last show last week. Let's play some Watchmen. I got to do a couple more songs. CFL, Andy's listening, Leo's listening. So CFL, the bailout, they applied for that bailout, and I went on a hot rant a few weeks ago now about how holy dare they ask for money. It's the CFL, first of all, and no disrespect, again, like I said before, but at the end of the day, we don't need the fucking CFL to survive through COVID. I'm sorry, we don't. And I'll be damned if our taxpayers' dollars or any money, for that matter, should go to helping out CFL players. No offense, I'm sorry. You didn't make the NFL or anything else, but you just don't deserve money to be bailed out. You're just not necessary. There's so many more starving kids on the street. And driving around all day yesterday for 8 hours almost. There's still homeless people on the street and people that are hungry. Let's take the 60 or how much they originally asked for 150 million, but wanted 30 million in cash up front. Again, I'm not going to get here and get all fired up about the CFL tonight, but how fucking dare you? Put your tail between your legs, call it a day, and I'm sorry, but the CFL, you're not seeing a fucking penny. And kudos to the government. If there's one thing I can actually give them a round of applause for, they turned them down and said, you're not getting a goddamn cent from us. So sorry. Peace out. I hope the CFL survives for the future, but if not, sorry. I'm not going to miss you, really, at the end of the day. I love you, but you're like a bad girlfriend who's like great in the bed, or a boyfriend too. I'm not going to be sexist. You could take it both ways. You're like a bad spouse or ex-boyfriend, girlfriend. Oh, there goes the flipper pen. New one, right on standby. Goodbye, God bless. You were great, but I don't really need you at the end of the day. I'll still have my NHL. I'll still have my NFL. I'll still have my Major League Baseball, my tennis, my golf, whatever. Anyways, I'm glad the government made the right decision on that. So sorry, I'm missing something here. Leo said you guys would be a great duo. Trade shots live. Who? Me and Andy, or me and Walters? Walters is Walters, Leo. That kid's a firecracker. Andy is too. I think I could do it. I don't think this is a dig at Andy by any means. I don't think Andy is looking to be a co-host with Fun Bondzee, to be quite honest. Palm trees. I got a request for palm trees. That's a great, good one. Let's play my Sun song again. Shameless plug. We'll do this after. This is the Watchmen. I love the Watchmen. Great old Canadian band out of Winnipeg. Anyways, Andy can let me know. I would love to co-host a show with Andy. I don't think it would be a permanent thing. I just don't think Andy's into it. And nor does he want to be. But yeah, it's up to Andy. I would certainly be interested in doing. I tried to get him on for a hot minute on Instagram, Leo, and that was like pulling teeth. So for him to be a co-host of a full-time, I wouldn't say a full-time show, but 3 or 4 times a week, I would like to do this. And even on a more professional level. We'll see. We'll definitely see what happens. I just got a phone call. I asked to join a group thing. And both of them know I'm doing a live show. But I think what it just is I'm in the group chat and it rings automatically. So that's cool. Anyways, Andy, yeah, Andy, there'd be no. You're not allowed to bring your pet sheep or goats or anything on the show. If you want to do one with me for a hot minute, we can talk Greek love, but no. And I'm gonna move on. Sharon, thanks for watching, hon. I miss you guys. Give Josh a big hug for me, and tell Josh to give you a big hug from me. How's King and the rest of the fam? I hope you're well. Andy, you're the best. Poor Leo. Just kidding. Well, you don't have to be so rude to Leo, Andy. Maybe Leo. Hey, I haven't talked to you in a while. You're a funny dude. Maybe you'd like to come on and do a show. Maybe I could have multiple co-hosts. Once I get to my proper platform, and I would love to share this with everybody. Let's go. Okay, palm trees. Hold on. I'm going to do a request here. All the way from New Zealand. I'm not ignoring you. Look, Sorry. Palm trees. Request. Palm Trees by Ty Bond. From Anthony in New Zealand. Christchurch, right, Anthony? That's where you are? That's way in the north of New Zealand, if I'm correct. I'm not really fully up to date on my New Zealand geography, but I think you're from Christchurch, and I believe that is in the north of the north. Yeah, nice looking coast. I mean, they're not as nice looking as me, Carrie, but hey, it is what it is. I'm glad I didn't end the show tonight. I'd already played my farewell tune, but now I have more listeners and everything's great. This is my son, Ty Bond. This is his last single that came out, I believe, November, if I'm correct. Filmed in Malibu Hills in California in July. He went down with his brother and his mother, the lady that gave birth to him. He's a great kid, and he's got great music. And I'm gonna because I do have permission to play this song because it is my kid. I'm gonna show a hot minute of this, and the kid's not stupid. He's a good-looking kid. Gets this from his dad. There's his bro right there. But the girl he picked for this video, I mean, come on. He did get to handpick her. So this is Ty Bond, Palm Trees, filmed in Malibu. And his new song, Drippin', is dropping. And the video is dropping May 20th. Coming up next Wednesday. So please make sure I'll post it. I'll post the feed, the link, everything. Ty's new song. And he's got a whole new look and a different... It's the same director of this video that directed Drippin'. But it's a whole new, Ty's got a new look. And this is the best part of the video right here. That's what I was waiting for. Trying to kill time. Have a listen and a look. Boom. Oh, she's not ugly, right? Palm trees, smoking Bondzee with the dumpy, this be all day. Anyways, love my boy. Ty Bond, check him out, please. SoundCloud. I'm iTunes. He's everywhere. Any music platform where you can find music, you can find Ty. And so that's Palm Trees. And Drippin' is dropping May 20th, coming up soon. So please support him on that too. The video looks super dope. I've seen some hot clips, and I've heard I love the song. And it's coming out 5 days. I think it's 5 days, 4 days. Anyways, coming up soon. So stay tuned for that. What else? Let me finish up my notes here. Our Lady Peace. How dare they? I love them. But they did this crazy bracket on Facebook. And they want you to choose your favorite Our Lady Peace songs. And I'm breaking it down in brackets. It started out here, and now we're down to here. To choose these songs... And I've been part of the whole thing, which I really have enjoyed. I've been right 95% of the times in the picks. One thing that blew me away is Somewhere Out There, which is one of my favorite songs. I love it to pieces. But it was against Naveed in the bracket. And Naveed is Our Lady Peace. Naveed is what made Our Lady Peace. I remember the video. I remember the year. I remember the checkerboard floor that they filmed it. Under Rain's feet, and Rain was young. It was Jeremy Taggart's first video as a drummer. He had the thick horn-rimmed glass. I'll never forget it. It was amazing. Anyways, Naveed was their anthem. It was their jam. It was what made everybody fall in love with Our Lady Peace. Anyways, Somewhere Out There beat Naveed out of the bracket, which blew my mind because Naveed was in the lead the whole time. And for Our Lady Peace fans out there, people listening, I don't care if you don't care what I'm talking about. It's important to me, and it was a crazy bracket. So yeah. Anyways, Naveed was out, and Somewhere Out There's in. It's still going on. I think there's 6. No, what would it be? 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 songs left. And we're narrowing it down. Spotify. And Ty is on Spotify too. Carrie, thank you. Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, whatever. Anyway, YouTube. You can find them everywhere. For Palm Trees, and then Drippin' is coming very shortly. One more thing. Here's a funny thing that it came across my mind today. I'm not sure why. I thought about it before, but I never really had a thought too much about it. But I saw a squirrel today. I mean, I see squirrels every day because we all know Sarge Nana chases squirrels every day. And before I get into my thing, sadly I have to admit, hold on, I'm going to change this shit music. Let me roll through here. I love this tune. Puddle of Mud. I've played this a couple times. Blurry. Great tune. I love having this play in the background. I'm going to tell a great story here. So my mom, Sarge Nana, chases squirrels daily. I've got great video of her. Actually, and that's one thing I'm going to get more into. I built up some video of Nana chasing the squirrels, running to the door, smashing the door. But sadly, because I've spent so much time here and spent so much time with Sarge upstairs, I get upset by the squirrels now coming to eat the poor birds' food, because we get some amazing birds here now. Orioles, Baltimore, or not Orioles. That's a baseball thing. We get Orioles, Cardinals, the male and female. We got some Blue Jays. We got this really cool bird. I wrote it down here because I wanted to throw a shout out to this bird. Where the fuck is it? I don't see it. Maybe I wrote it down on my phone and I was going to write it, but I didn't. It's some crazy bird called, it's a pudgy thing. It's like a round ball of a bird, and it's got a triangle red breast right here. And then it looks like a fucking Dalmatian otherwise. It's all black and white on its back and stuff. Coolest looking bird. And it let me go right up to the door today. See if I can show you this picture. I have it here somewhere. I got to show you this picture. I do, right here. Oh, no, I don't. I lied. I don't. I'll show it to you next show. This bird, and I even tapped my phone on the window, and it didn't spook until I went to open the door, and then it spooked. But he was literally, we were about, I'd say about 3.5 feet away from the glass, me on one side and this bird on the other. And he was just sitting there chowing away on seed. And it was so fun to watch and film. Anyways, it was cool. I'm glad y'all care. Thanks, Carrie. Anyways, squirrels. So I find myself chasing squirrels now for my mom when Sarge's not there to chase them away. And I'm throwing pens. I'll be sitting working on my computer and I'm throwing pens at the glass door to chase the squirrel away, and then or my dog will do it. But anyways, it brought to my attention. I've never seen a fucking baby squirrel. Have you? Have you? Because I haven't. And one other thing, speaking of squirrels, I've never seen squirrel shit. I've seen rabbit shit. I've seen deer shit. I've seen bear shit. I've seen bird shit. I've seen goose shit. I've seen every shit. I haven't seen squirrel shit. Can somebody explain this to me? Why there's no baby squirrels and why we don't see squirrel shit? The squirrels eat constantly on my parents' back porch, but there's no shit. Where the hell is their shit? Do squirrels not shit? I don't understand. Anyways, something to think about. Food for thought. What else? Oh, I was saying this earlier. I was super stoked about my Matt Good soccer gear showing up today. I love this thing. It's so comfortable. It's anyways, I'm super thankful. I'm gonna throw a huge shout out to Matt Good, and I played a couple of songs tonight, and I'm gonna shoot him a nice message tomorrow. I just got this today, and he was so nice enough to throw in a couple of extra things. With the stuff I got from him. I got like 9 pieces of England legit soccer gear from Matt Good, who's one of my favorite rock and roll stars. And for no money. He was giving it away. And like I said earlier in the show, if you're listening now, I was lucky enough to have a friend who, because Matt Good wasn't just doing this, you couldn't just get FedEx or UPS to go pick up your shit from Matt Good's house. He was literally leaving these certain packages on his front porch for different, like, England team, Italy team, because he has ties to Italy with his family. So he supported an Italy team, but he supported England because he had family ties there. And anyways, his dad died, and he was giving away all this stuff. And the only catch was you had to get your ass or somebody's ass that you knew to his house, to his front porch. You don't get to see Matt Good. You don't get to meet Matt Good. But Matt Good would put the bag on the front porch full of jerseys and cool stuff including this trainer jacket with the England assembly on it and Umbro. Amazing soccer brand. And I'm the proud new owner. Matt Good wore this legit jacket that I'm wearing right now. Matt Good wore this for a plethora of interviews in the 90s. And it was one of his favorite things to wear back then and in concert. And when I put it on, it's funny, when I first got it and all his stuff, it all smells like smoke. Matt Good's a huge cigarette smoker. And all his shit reeks like smoke. I'm not a cigarette smoker. I'm a 420 smoker. Let's skip this ad, will we? Shall we? What do we got? Stained. It's been a while. Great tune. Anyways, I'm super thankful to Matt Good. Not only did he send what he said he was sending in the package that he put on Instagram for a normal human being to claim like myself, for free. He added in a couple, 2 or 3 different items that he didn't have to add in, just as a friendly gesture. I had asked Matt, because it's so cool. I'm a huge Matt Good fan. I've met him about 3 times, in my travels and in seeing concerts, backstage passes, have you. And, I text Matt when we were bantering back and forth about addresses and getting the shit picked up. I'd asked Matt to, sign, because there was 2 white jerseys. 2 white jerseys and a red one. And I said, can you sign the 2 white ones and a red one? And I'll give a signed one to each of my brothers. One for me, one for Nick, and one for Ryan. And sadly, where he's quarantined right now, he legit doesn't even have a Sharpie on hand. He was on tour. And Matt Good has health issues. And he has respiratory issues and stuff. And so Matt is very on a huge lockdown, and still is to this day. So he was like, I was literally thrown home. I came to this place where I have limited stuff, and he has no Sharpie. So he couldn't even sign the couple shirts. But instead of that, and without telling me and without asking, he threw in like 3 extra jerseys. And one of them personal. It was a Matt Good jersey, like I said earlier. And so I'm super stoked for that. Thank you, Matt Good. Hey, Lisa. Thanks for joining so much. I really appreciate it. And thanks for saying hi. I hope you enjoy the shows. I'm just trying to keep chill here and tell fun stories. And I'm super stoked about the story I just told. So huge shout out to Matt Good. Go support Matt Good. Such an amazing Canadian artist and some great albums. And and listen, take care of one another out there. You got to do the best you can. I'm bad for touching my face. Wash your hands. But don't go crazy either, and with the hand sanitizer, because that can be detrimental too. I mean, they tell you to wash your hands 100 times over, but listen, we have to build a fucking immunity to this thing as well. We can't just let it run our lives and hide from it. We have to build up immunity. So like we did as kids, rolling in the dirt and eating sand and dirt and worms and ants and stuff. You build immunity to this shit, and we have to build immunity to this. Being locked down in a COVID lockdown and in your home and not socializing is not the best thing in the world to do. It's just not. It's been already proven by many experts. So I'm thankful. I wash my hands a lot. I don't wash them consistently. I'm not a freakazoid. I take caution. I don't go out a whole lot, but if I do, if I have to open a door, it's one of these, right? You put your sleeve in, you open the door, or if you have something in your hand, like you can just, or your foot, whatever you can do without touching shit, I think is the best thing to do. But again, it's just your own discretion. Do as you will. I'm happy to just share stories and kick it with y'all. I mean, at the end of the day, this is a scary thing. And maybe it's going to get worse before it gets better. I don't even know. I was going to say something, and I did stop myself. Just because I'm not here to cause shit. I'm not an expert. I'm not a COVID expert. I'm not anything expert. I'm an idiot, quite frankly. I'm just a bozo, fun-loving dude, handsome, if you will. Living in his parents' basement. I'm 46 years old due to COVID. My beautiful home that I have a 4-bedroom home in Aurelia that's currently rented out. And it's going to be for the next year even, I think. I don't have plans to move back there. So I'm here is home right now. I'm back home in Canada, in Ontario and Hamilton, and living in my parents' house. And I think I'm going to be here a while, which is crazy if you ask me. But, it is what it is during these difficult times. And no regrets. I have no regrets of anything. Would I have done things differently in the past? Hell yeah. But do we all have a crystal ball and can go back and wish we could fix some things? Hell yeah, we do. Does it mean we get to? No. Does it mean we should have regrets? No, I don't think so. I really don't. I mean, we weren't born with a guide of how to live life. We didn't come with an instruction manual. Life is hard. Life is one of the hardest things ever. Sure, there's ups and downs, and that's life. It's not all rainbows and unicorns and fucking roses. Life is hard. I've certainly been through amazing times and lived amazing times, but I've also been through the worst. I didn't know what anxiety and depression and I don't want to hear another Stain song. Hold on. I'm going to get into... How about this song? It's old school. It's a little sappy, but it's a fucking great tune by Skid Row. I Remember You. Listen, I've had a great life. If I were to die tomorrow, say COVID took me tomorrow or whatever, if I got hit by a bus or if I had a heart attack in 5 minutes from now, I got no regrets. And I'm happy with that. Again, did I do everything right in life? No, I didn't. Did I make mistakes? You're fucking right I did. Did you make mistakes? And you and you and you? You're damn right you did. We all did. Like I said, life didn't come with a manual. Life is life. And we're going to have our ups and downs. And I'm sitting here right now and just doing a show, which I never thought I'd be here doing. I should still be in Nicaragua, living life in paradise where I moved to. But that's not the way this world worked out. And we literally have to roll day to day. I've learned not to make huge plans. Sure, you want to make plans for the future and have goals. I think that's definitely an amazing thing to do. Set out goals and work towards them. Sorry. But I also don't think you should set your... I shouldn't say you shouldn't set your goals too high, but you shouldn't... Hey, listen, you got to live day to day, I think is what I'm trying to get at, is what you should live day to day, because life's too short. It really is. I'm trying to think who said the quote, and I've said this before, is like, oh, I think it was the Dalai Lama. He said, the problem is you all think you have time. What a heavy quote, right? Like, y'all think I'll do that tomorrow, or I'll do it next week. Oh, I'll call her next week. I'll call him next week. Whatever. You fucking might not be here next week. He might not be here next week. She might not be here next week. We might not be here next week. Who knows? I'm sick and tired of living for the future. I will not live in the past. Like I said, I have no regrets. And I refuse to look or dwell in the past. Does it come up? Does it affect my mindset and yours? Damn right it does. Do we let it too much? Yes, we do. Is it hard to let go? Yes, it is. But you have to, and I have to. And you have to live in the moment and for tomorrow or maybe next week, but not 10 years from now. I think we're at the point in life where you can't live 10 years from now because you just don't know. Every single year we get fear-mongered by a different thing from our government or society. And every year, I've seen it documented in so many boards or post boards where, 2008 was where we're all we're doomed money-wise, financial crisis. And then 2009 was something else. And 2010 was SARS or whenever that was. And then there was the swine flu. Then there was the whatever. The list goes on and on and on. So when do you stop worrying about what's happening now or like in the past and live for the now and the present future, the close future? Again, I said this earlier, don't take anything I say on the show literally or figuratively or factually. I do my research. I write down notes. I speak what I read. What I read does not necessarily mean it's true or that I'm right or that I'm wrong. It just means that I'm doing some research. I'm trying to educate you or entertain you. But I'm certainly not God. I'm not the president. I'm not a COVID factual guru. I'm not anything. I'm an idiot in my parents' basement, 46-year-old trying to have some wine, some 420, which I'm going to end this show soon because I need some medicine. And you know, I'm just here to do what I can do right now in this time. So did I expect to be living in my parents' basement here right now? No, never. Am I here? Yeah. Am I here for a while? Probably. Sadly. Businesses are not going to be open for a while, I don't think. The shopping malls, the big malls, the concerts are going to be null and void. Going to the movies are going to be null and void. I think at least for a year. Sadly, I really do. I think the new thing, the new norm, and I've heard talk of bands like July Talk, for one, are going to start doing live concerts at drive-in movie theaters. That's going to be the new norm for summer concerts or fall concerts coming up this year in 2020. I think 2020 is going to go down in history of our entire existence as probably one of the worst years or craziest years we've all ever lived in. Maybe it's not the worst, but in different aspects of people's lives. But it's certainly going to go down in history of this is unprecedented to all of us that are listening. I don't care how old you are listening to my show right now. None of us, and my parents included upstairs, who I didn't block tonight because I promised not to swear or drop the F-bombs as much. And I've been really good. So, yeah, I don't have to block them tonight. And so it, you know, it is what it is in this crazy world. We've got to get through this, and we've got to just do what we have to do to make sure that we don't spread this anymore or make this thing any worse, or whatever this virus is and whatever this government is laying out in front of us. You know, it's crazy times right now. Alexis, thanks for watching. Thanks, Andy, for your continued support. Yeah, Lisa, my parents do love having me here. You know, it was way more blissful at first. In the first 2 weeks I was here in full COVID lockdown. And then, like anything, when you're with somebody so long and you can't even leave the house, there was a time of turmoil. And if anybody knows Penny, you definitely do, Lisa, back in the day. But Penny's Penny. And listen, she hasn't changed for one hot second. She's still a firecracker and has a hot tongue and a cold shoulder. So, but she's my mom and I love her, and I love being here with an asterisk. But they definitely do love having me here, and it has been great. You know, my parents are in their 70s now, and man, for 5 years ago, I don't care how many years ago, if you told me I'd be living in my parents' basement and getting to spend this time with them at 46, I'd have said you're nuts and you're mental, and I would never do that. But here I am. And, no, things aren't horrible. It could be worse, you know. And there's many people way worse off than me. So, again, I thank you for all your support, guys. I'm just winging this pretty much. I'm thankful to be on the air again. To be quite honest, I treat this as a radio show now and play tunes and talk to you guys. I think this is better than any radio show I've ever done, quite frankly. When I was on radio in B101 in Barrie back in the early 2000s, I didn't have the freedom of speech on radio at B101 that I have now. I was forced to play tunes that I was told to play. I was forced to say things that I didn't really agree with or want to say. And I got in trouble a lot for breaking the rules because that was me. And all y'all that are watching know me well enough, I would think, that it's not that I don't adhere to the rules or abide by the rules. I certainly do, but I am me. I'm Greg Bond. I'm Bondzee, Bondo, and I do as I'm not going to say do as I wish, but I follow guidelines. I follow rules. But I mean, I am me. So with me comes with showing my own personality and showing me. I played my own songs on B101 that I wasn't supposed to play. I broke the rules. I played more hip than I was supposed to play because I was a huge fan. Fuck, there goes my second flicker. Hold on. I need a pen. For those who've been watching this show long enough, I picked up my other flicker too, and I like this one better because I just dropped the other one. I need something in my hand to fiddle fuck around with or point, and I need something in my hand to be able to talk and focus. Anyways, I was censored. I was censored so badly back on radio. I was getting in trouble constantly, either by my program director or the general manager, Bondzee, and they knew they can track everything. So it was like they knew when I played the wrong song, they knew when I would say a joke that was maybe offside, but I didn't care because it proved that I was me and I brought out me in my shows, and I did my own thing. Anyways, it is what it is, and I hope to maybe one day I really. Being trapped down here in my parents' basement, I went to push myself up on the chair and almost lost my arm. I want to get back on. Radio, not so much, because radio you're distorted. You got to play what you're told. I don't have this freedom of speech. I need to speak. I want to be on TV. I want my own. I don't even want maybe a talk show. I don't know. It seems a lot of work. I would love to be a news reporter, even at this age. I think it's viable. I think it's doable. I think I have the ability. I might not have the full looks. So I'm not that ugly, but it is what it is. So I hold on. I'm gonna look back on some comments here. Andy made fun of your mom is sweeter than you. I make her out to be. Yeah, because that's what she throws down the persona when all my friends are around and when she, sweet little Nana, old Sarge Nana, she's all lovey-dovey and baking cookies and banana bread for everybody. But then as soon as all y'all aren't looking, it's like, Sarge Nana! She just comes out firing, guns a-blazing, and can tear down the worst of you. Anyways, I love her, and she's the best. And I love my mom for being who she is. She doesn't take guff from anybody. She doesn't put up with anybody's shit. And she's the best. I forgot to yell at her earlier to come on. Maybe she'll come on right now. What time is it? 10:30. Hold on. I'm going to yell up for 1 second. Let's see if she'll do this. I'm going to pause the music. Yo, Ma! Hey, Sarge! Do you want to come on the show? I'm not getting a response. Yo, Ma! She's not sleeping. I know her bedtime. She's still up, but like I said, my mom's she's pretty finicky. Let's get back to the tunes. Oh, this is Naveed. I was talking about Naveed earlier. What else we got here? I'm gonna fire through some comments. My aunt loved his mom so much she wanted me to marry. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna go there with you marrying my brother Ryan. He's a gem in his own right. My mom's the best, and Carrie, I remember you dating my brother, and I'm not gonna say you dodged a bullet. You dodged a fucking bazooka. No, I joke. I love my brother Ryan. I wish Mom would come on right now. How dare she ignore my show? Justin, thanks for watching. Alexis, everybody that has joined in. I'm gonna yell up one more time and see if she joins me. Yo, Ma! I don't think she's gonna come on. I'll try for next time. I'll try and set it up. What else have I got left here? Let's wrap the show up. I'm done. I need to take a piss and I want to go smoke a joint. I've done this for 2.5 hours now. I don't know. This happens every time. I program a music show from 8:30 till 9:30, or an hour. And so actually it's not 2.5. It's 2 hours. I started at 8:30. It's 10:30. Anyways, it is what it is. I'm happy that I had notes for an hour. I've done 2. So it just proves I can yak like the best of them. And I'm thrilled to do this. And it makes me happy. And I really enjoyed it. And thanks, everybody. And I'm going to see what I can do for the future. I want to make this show bigger and better. And then maybe it'll turn my future into bigger and better. So who knows? Anyways, I'm going to peace out in about 30 seconds. Again, love Our Lady Peace. Love Matt Good. Thanks, Matt Good, for the wicked gear. I'll post some pictures on the next show of everything he gave me. I love all y'all. Andy, Leo, Christina, Carrie, Lisa, Alexis, Ryan, Phil, anybody who's watched tonight. If I missed your name, I'm sorry. I really appreciate it. It's been a really fun 2 hours. I had a fucking shit day today. I'm not going to lie. And I had no desire to do a show tonight. But I pulled through, and I'm proud of that. And I was going to end the show early. I said I was going to end the first part of the show with a mental health thing. I'm not going to get all droopy and crazy. I love this song, and I want to finish on a high note. But if you do need to talk to somebody, I'm always here. 331-8280, 705. Call me anytime. Text me, call me. Facebook, Instagram, reach out, private message, and everything you say and do or talk to me about is 100% confidential. I've had 4 people reach out since I started this show that I've helped through difficult, tough times. And I've reached out during these 18 shows that I've done now to people, Jeremy Taggart included, and I've had him on not this platform but Instagram. He's my reach out guy, and there's a couple others, Leslie and Alice. I have a few channels, and I use them. I used 2 out of the 3 today. Alice and Leslie, I love you both. You're an amazing people to me, and I appreciate your friendship and your love and trust and support. Because every day is different for me. Every day I wake up and God knows what's going to happen with my brain and my panic attacks and my nightmares and the flashbacks. It is what it is. It's human, and I'm a sufferer. Hold on, yo. No, but ask Sarge if she's going to come down for a hot second. I'm ending the show, but if Mom comes down for 10 seconds, I'd love it. Ask her real quick. That's Pops yelling down. He asked one if I wanted a burger from McDonald's. I said no, because I'm trying to be good. I'm sticking to this, trying to eat as healthy as I can. I've eaten a ton of vegetables, and I said that was the last song. Fuck, I'm gonna keep going, because maybe Sarge might come down here real quick. How about some radio? Let's hear some Foo Fighters. This is a long one. It's live. I'm gonna wait one more hot second and see if Sarge comes down and jumps on here for a quick minute. I want to talk to her about bacon. I want to talk to her about me living in her basement at 46. How much she still loves old Bondzee. And I am her firstborn, and I was the best out of all 3. Let's not kid her. She started with the best, and I was so awesome that she had Ryan, my middle brother, and complete disaster. Talking about fail. He was a nightmare. And then so they thought, they waited a long time after Ryan because he was so taxing on their brain and mine. I love him, but I'm just speaking facts. Then they waited 5-6 more years after him, and then Nick came along. The daughter my mom always wanted but never had, but he's close. Anyways, God bless Nick. He came along and my poor mom. Jeez, but she never made. She started with the best and never ever finished anywhere near close. So, yo, Ma! Sorry if that's really loud in your ear. This is the first time I really yelled at her and begged her to come on the show. And something tells me we're not getting what we're asking for here. Anyways, but buddy's yammering on here. Let's get to the tune. This is Dave Grohl at the Reading Festival in 2012. Wow, we're 4 minutes in. He still hasn't played the song. Okay, here we go.
It's not just a festival to me.
Okay. I don't think Sarge is coming. So I'm going to peace out right now. You don't even need to hear Foo Fighters. I love you all. Peace out. Bullard, sorry you just joined, but I think I'm going to... I'll give it one more shout out. Yo, Ma! She is totally not coming on this show tonight. So we'll try and get her on next time. I love you guys. I hope you all. I hope I made you all laugh tonight at one point or another, and I hope you had a great time. Thanks again for listening. Huge hugs to you all, to you, Carrie, Andy, everybody, Brandon. Brandon. Do you guys want to hear Foo Fighters, and then I'll end it after that, or do you want me to go? Let's hear some Foos. I'm going to make the decision. I might not even talk a whole bunch. How cool is Dave Grohl? I talked about this before. I'll touch on it again real quick. It's probably loud. But goddamn, he was it. And if you watch old school Nirvana videos, because videos were something back then. Dave Grohl kind of just sat in the background on his drum kit, smashed away on them like a champion. But dressed kind of weird, didn't really give a shit. And I got a burp. Hold on, sorry. Sorry, that was a crazy one. But Dave Grohl, just a drummer in a rock and roll, like in a crazy grunge band in the early '90s. And then obviously we all know what happened to Kurt Cobain, and then Nirvana, the greatest band at that time, and one of the greatest bands ever, arguably, disappeared. And then all of a sudden, Dave Grohl, who was a drummer in the background, is now the new lead singer of Foo Fighters. And yeah, maybe it's the vinegar from that. That was horrible. So folks, I don't know if you missed it earlier. I did a shot of Spumante Bambino at the end of the first show. Maybe I'll do one more to end this show. But it's pure vinegary, and you can even see it. It's like yellowy now. Actually, fuck that. I'm not even gonna do it. It's so fucking gross. I'm not gonna do it. That is ruined. Anyways, good on Dave Grohl. The guys have turned himself into a drummer in the background of an amazing rock and roll band to the ultimate lead singer of a rock and roll band. And they've been around 20 plus years now and killed it. And are still killing it. Everybody was supposed to go in a month from now, they're supposed to be in Toronto. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe on the night that the Foo Fighters are supposed to play in Toronto, I'll do a Foo Fighters show. We'll talk good Dave Grohl, we'll talk Foo Fighters, we'll talk Nirvana, we'll play Nirvana, we'll play Foo Fighters. And we'll have a fun night that night. Who knows? I'm going to try and I'm going to do a bunch of different things. And we'll mix this up and we'll have fun. Because why not, right? Music is the best. We're all trapped in our houses or wherever we're trapped in, and trapped to an extent. There's going to be no live concerts, so let's do concerts with Bondzee and live shows, or I'll play a bunch of live different music from different shows coming up maybe. Well, I want to do a hip night for sure. Maybe a hip Our Lady Peace night, and then maybe a Matt Good, other Canadian content night. Sorry, my microphone's scratching on my zipper. Anyways, we'll do what we can to keep each other company and entertained and have fun. It is what it is. I've had a great time doing this. I'm gonna continue to have a great time. I'm gonna make this bigger and better. And anyways, happy Friday to everybody. Enjoy the long weekend, even though we can't really enjoy it like we were used to. If you're a golfer, get out and enjoy the golf course tomorrow. But take care of the rules, so social distancing. Don't touch the flag. Just do what you got to do to stay safe. And enjoy. If you're a fisherman, fisher guy, fisherwoman, get the boat in the water. Get out there and catch some fish and have fun out there too. Just do something that keeps you calm and sane. I don't care if you're an adult. Do some coloring. Do some watercolor painting. Pick up your phone and just try different things with photography on it. There's different modes. Just try something new to keep your brain active. And I'm preaching to the choir, but I've done these things. I've been playing guitar so much and really learning and getting better than I've ever played in my life before. So I'm super thrilled about that. I've never done a format like this before. Now I'm on show 18, and every time I hit play, I feel more comfortable in front of the camera and speaking. I certainly don't have a problem with words. And I just love entertaining you guys and love listening to music. And again, I thank everybody for listening. This is the end of the show. I'm going to pish, and I'm going to smoke some weed. It's my medicine. Take care. God bless. I love you all. Take care of one another. Love one another. Happy long weekend. Go golfing tomorrow if you can. Wash your hands. Wear a mask if you have to. And do what you got to do. Peace and love. Bye.